Alright. I want to wish everyone a happy new year, and we're going to be starting off the year by playing Corpse Party. Spooky. This was a recommendation from a friend of mine on PlayStation. This isn't the older version, but apparently this one looks and plays better, so we'll see how this goes. I have no idea about what happens in this game or anything behind it. All I know is it's creepy. Config. Message speed, fast, effect. Oh. There's different little candle effects you can... I just said candle effects. Let's do moonlight. Message skip on, playtime paint, button information. Alright. Chapter 1. View the Chapter 1 opening? Of course. Sachi, his pride and joy. Alright. She'd do anything for me. I don't have things I can't read that fast enough, but I still love her with all my heart. Well, I know this involves ghosts. It was a rainy evening after school, just like this one. Running down the stairs, the kindly teacher lost her footing. She tumbled and fell. And then she died. You've all heard the stories, no? Before Kisarage Academy was built here, there was another school on this property. Heavenly Host Elementary School, it was called. A horrible thing to happen? No, the name of that school sounds horrible. He cared for the school almost as if it was his own child, you see. But one thing led to another after the incident, and ultimately, a decision was reached. The school was to be shut down. He killed himself, let me guess. Or so the story goes. I think we're Satoshi. That seems like a generic name. Actually, Satoshi I think is Ash in English. Oh my goodness, we're the protagonist of Pokemon. That's a joke. Don't take that seriously. People thought Heavenly Host was cursed, you see. This was just the latest of many deaths to occur there. That's why it was torn down. However, they say the teacher who fell down the stairs still has no idea she's dead, even to this very day. And so, on rainy evenings like this, after our school's days come to an end, some claim she roams these darkened hallways, still believing them to be her own. In fact, it's almost time for her to make her rounds, just after 7 o'clock. That's when she appears, always accompanied by a sudden blackout that leaves the entire building dark as night. Knock knock you'll hear from the blackness, followed by the sounds of the classroom door slowly sliding open. As her pale white face cuts through the stillness, her soft voice always echoes the same question. Is anyone still here? And then... It's a blackout. Pull yourself together. Don't scare us like that. I wonder if there's a way to cut off. I'll figure out how to cut off the voice if that's a possibility. This shouldn't be happening. Not bad, Shinozaki. You had me going there for a minute. It wasn't me. I've been standing right here the whole time. This is a real blackout. Shh. Do you hear that? Sounds like it's coming from the music room. Don't speak or they'll get you. First the blackout, and now the door. Aren't you gonna get the door? The girls are all trembling in fear. Doesn't it just break your heart to see them like that? So don't want you? Yeah. So why don't you get the door? Well, it doesn't break my heart. That's cold, man. I wonder what the controls are. Temp save. Alright, seems like there's save data. Alright. The shelves are filled to overflowing with teaching implements. Wait, the shelves are filled to overflowing with teaching implements. Atop the highest pile, like a keystone, sits the remote control for the overhead projector. Huh. It sounds poorly translated. Maybe it's just me. Is anyone still here? Did I scare you? Miss Yui? Hiya, teach. That doesn't seem very school appropriate now, does it? I'd call that a rousing success. Stop being positive. Your timing couldn't have been more perfect. I wasn't a student here too long ago myself. So when it comes to the 7 wonders of Kisaragi High, I'm pretty well versed. Satoshi. It was pretty impressive. I could never hope to compete with that. Mochita's always got the best reactions. I just love it when my scares are so thoroughly effective. It's simply delicious. I think you need, some help. Who ever heard of a class representative with such a sadistic streak anyway? Sorry about that, Mochita, but I can't deny your reaction was pretty amusing. Satoshi Mochita. All pranking aside, though, I ran into a rather adorable individual in the hall who's come to see you. What are you standing around out there for? Come on in, he's right here. Sibling, maybe? Called it. Seems Mochita forgot his umbrella this morning, so little Yuki here came all this way to deliver it. Oh yeah, I guess I did. Sorry about that. Is she from the junior high? Nice to meet you. My brother's always like this. Always really kind. Are you sure about that? You never said a word. You sure do. You love your big brother, don't you? Seems like she's met Kishinuma before. Hey Naomi, looks like you got yourself a rival, eh? I sure don't know what you're talking about. I swear, this mouth of yours says the craziest things. Good old violence. Alright everyone, it's past 7. Is it about time you all get ready to head home? Isn't that what you were supposed to be doing here in the first place? You promised me this room would be ready to go by the time I got here, as I recall. How about you leave it for now and come in early tomorrow? Alright. But I wish you the best of luck at your new school. I know you'll do just fine. Huh. I'm sure you'll make new friends in no time flat, I'm sure of it. Ah yes. The common plot point, someone leaves, and then strange occurrences start happening. Yeah, today's Cultures Festival was her last day. Aww. You all have a special place in my heart, and you always will. Nah, don't worry, you'll forget about us in no time flat. Seiko? Oh, to Seiko. My spirit will guide your path. Oh, group picture. There's totally gonna be a ghost in this picture. Calling it right now. Yep, these are great friends of mine. They're going to die. There's something I like to do with everyone. Ayumi, you are stupid. Or we'll be together forever in hell. I think Shinozaki's had her at charm. That girl is totally bonkers for that kind of stuff. Guess it can't hurt. Is everyone okay with this? No. Well, can't wait for us all to die. How many people are there? Psycho, we beg of you. 7, 8, 9. Yeah, repeat it 9 times. What happens if it fails exactly? This whole paper doll thing seems a little sketchy to me. Yeah, you're not wrong. Failure is not an option, just give it all you've got. Everyone said it 9 times?
ああ、やべ。早く進めて。
じゃあみんな手を伸ば掴んだよ。これでいい？はい。じゃあ爪を使って。
9 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Oh, for 9 people. We're gonna pull on it until it rips apart into 9 pieces, okay?
学生証入れとか定期入れ。
ほー。なんか意味あんのか？
それを持ってる限り友達でつながっていられる。超素敵だね。
I'll have to be extra careful not to lose my piece.
篠崎さん、ね、きっとまた。
Consider it our promise that we'll all definitely hang out together again.
うわっ！なんだ、でかいぞ、おい！
What the hell? This is like, holy crap big. This is why you don't mess with the occult. Take my hand. Yep. This is why you don't mess with the occult, children. Good stuff, though. Good stuff. Ouch. My leg. I can move it, so I guess it's just a sprain. Where? I'm not at home, am I? No. UNA, Purgatory. Or Hell. Whichever one you prefer. It's so dark I can barely see a thing. Is this the school? What's going on? What the hell is this place? Create temporary save data. There's a loose board lying on the ground. Though scratched and banged up, it still seems fully intact, and not much worse for the wear. Can I not grab this wooden board? Is that Psycho? This isn't good. Can she not hear me? Why don't you just move that chair out of your way, buddy pal chum? And whoop into the spooky hallway. There's a rusty bucket here. That really hurt. My ankle's in pretty bad shape. Ooh. Heavenly Post. Oh. This is the middle school or elementary school. 3rd student reported missing. One by one, the young students of Heavenly Host School seem to be disappearing, as now a 3rd student has joined the ranks of the missing. Classmates testified that 5th grader was on her way home from school, but got separated from her friends in the hall and hasn't been seen since. Police are investigating the possibility of a serial kidnapping and have assigned countless investigators to the case in hopes of a speedy resolution. However, 10 days have already passed since the first disappearance, giving parents and classmates ample cause for concern. There's some sort of official-looking printout pinned to the wall. No time for that now. I've got to check on Seiko. Thank goodness she's still breathing. Wake up. Instead of waking her up, you should just take her piece of that paper and get out of here. Don't you what's up me? I thought you were dead. Hmm? Where are we? What's going on? That's what I'd like to know. Yeah, no kidding. It ain't budging. These windows are sealed up tight. And it's pitch black out there. I can't make heads or tails of what I'm seeing. Well, you could try breaking the window like a normal person, but guess not. What the hell is going on? Well, this is clearly a school building. Don't the desks seem unusually small to you, though? Like an elementary school. Dun dun dun. It can't be. Can it? Seiko. What is it? The printout on the wall. It says Heavenly Host Elementary. Notice to all faculty and staff. And students. Heavenly Host. Isn't that the elementary school that preceded Kisaragi Academy? The one that was shut down and demolished? What's happening? Where the hell are we? And where are our friends and Miss Yui? Calm down, Seiko. Don't get so worked up. Sorry. Seiko and I just stood there in silence, hand in hand. It was the first time in my life that I'd been shaking so hard. I could hear my teeth chatter. I'd become completely lightheaded and couldn't even think straight, much less wrap my brain around what was happening to us. I kept telling myself, it's all a dream, some horrible nightmare. But no matter how hard I wished for it, I just couldn't wake up. And the silence was the worst part of it all. I couldn't take it anymore. I had to say something. Anything. Pineapple. Hey, I don't have the slightest idea what's going on. But how about we try finding a way out of here? A way out? We can't just stand here quaking in terror. We need to do something, you know? Besides, I don't want to be in this creepy place any longer than I have to. But the windows are all sealed shut. And I don't just mean they're stuck or locked. It's like they're decorations on the wall. I don't even think they can open. Is it even possible to leave this building? I'm not sure, but there might be an entranceway. Or an emergency exit or something. Some means of getting outside. Dying would work. Wait a second. That's a wonderful idea. You're right. It's a lot better than just standing around. I feel like I'm gonna go all loony. First step is to leave this room. We gotta keep our spirits up after all. It's probably not just the two of us in here. The others have to be around here somewhere, right? Yeah, and if we can reunite with them, we'll find a way out of here together. That's the spirit. I had no reason to believe any of what I just said. I was probably delirious, to be honest. But I knew that if I didn't act, I'd start to go mad. I'd start to scream. I'd be inconsolable. So in desperation, I put on the strongest front I could manage. Character introductions. Use the eye to interact with any character and learn more about them. When you're done, exit through the door on the southeast side of the room to resume play. Alright. Satoshi Mochita. A 17-year-old student in Kisaragi Academy Senior High Class 2-9. Fairly average but popular. Known for both being kind and cowardly in equal measure. Despite his timidness, he's a very personable person which complements his general sensitivity towards others, makes him a natural leader. The one person ever to challenge that leadership is Naomi, who is, consequently, the only person whom Satoshi regularly defers judgment. Naomi Nakashima, a 16-year-old student and a classmate of Satoshi since junior high, frequently greets with Satoshi, "Oh, not you again." Having lost her father a few years back, Naomi and her mother now depend on one another for moral support. Still, she remains optimistic and cheerful. Her home life has given her interest in nursing, which she's intent on pursuing. She spends her time studying, aiming for acceptance to medical school. I don't know about you. You're probably Seiko, but I don't care. Yuka Mochita, Satoshi's 14-year-old sister. Though she's an 8th grader at Kisaragi Academy Junior High School, she looks and acts much younger. In the Mochita household, Yuka's always been the princess, generally getting her way, thus never really shedding her childlike behavior. Despite this, she yearns to grow up, often attempting to act older or braver than she is, which sometimes gets her in trouble. Sakataro Morishige, a 16-year-old student in Kisaragi High. He's been in the theater club with Mayu since middle school and had developed a real closeness with her. He finds socializing with anyone else to be more trouble than it's worth. However, so typically regards his other classmates with indifference. Takes great pride in his family heritage and reacts violently if someone makes fun of his name. The only exception is the nickname Mayu's given him, Shig. Mayu Tsukimoto, a 16-year-old student in Kisaragi High, somehow looks much tinier than she actually is, but possesses a big heart and bright personality. Accepts anyone and everyone with open arms, never playing favorites, which has earned her nearly universal regard amongst her fellow students. Unfortunately, due to familial circumstances, this was Mayu's last day in Kisaragi High. She'll be moving shortly and transferring to a new school. Well, she was. Ayumi Shinozaki, the 17-year-old appointed representative of Kisaragi High Class 29, often subjects her classmates to ghost stories and revels in hearing them scream. It's generally believed that she carries candles and other horror goods with her at all times, just in case an opportunity presents itself to use them. In truth, though, Ayumi wears this reputation as a mask to hide her own fear of the unknown, which rivals even Satoshi's in its intensity. When faced with any truly scary situation, her knees give out and panic sets in. Her only personal pride can break her out of this fear-induced state. Yoshiki Kishinuma, a 17-year-old student, Kisaragi High, often regarded as sarcastic and cynical, but as far as he's concerned, he's just being honest. Although generally not one to participate in events, his fondness for Satoshi and Ayumi means he'll make an exception now and again if either is involved. With intense drama at home, Yoshiki currently works part-time after school to afford rent on a small apartment where he lives alone. Sounds like my kind of man. Miss Shishido, a 23-year-old 11th grade English teacher at Kisaragi High. Wow, you are young. Just started this semester after passing her teaching exam and is eager to make an impression. Although not a perfect instructor by any means, her unjaded zeal and enthusiasm are infectious, and her students seem generally responsive to her methods. Also serves as a teacher's assistant during homeroom for Class 29, and really seems to have connected with the students there. A lone frog soaking in formalin sits upon the top shelf, eagerly waiting dissection. It's a fairly plain, unremarkable desk. There's nothing about it that makes it particularly noteworthy, despite the note that's on there. Alright. I wonder... in-character introductions are returned to the game. Yes. Come on, Naomi, let's go.
Okay.
Right. Wait a second. Another earthquake? No. Is it over? I've had enough. Let's just get out of this room. What's wrong? This hallway looks totally different than it did before. Maybe this earthquake made more of the floor collapse. Yeah, maybe. Alright, I think we'll leave off here. I have a... Oh, hey, Nomi. Ooh, an event. Is something wrong with your leg? Oh yeah, I was so freaked out I forgot all about it. I think I sprained my ankle when I fell. Well, that's not good. Will you be okay? I can walk at least. I'm sure it'll heal on its own. Yeah, but you shouldn't push yourself. Here, lean on my shoulder, okay? Thanks. The shells are filled to overflowing with long black hairs. Outside the window. Maybe that little event we just did will save one of their lives. Maybe. Well, as I was saying, not a slightest clue of really what's going on, but it seems like we have entered an abandoned school that has ghosts, and if this is anything like some of the anime I've watched, our friends are gonna try to kill us. I sure hope there aren't too many chase scenes. I'm not sure how I'd do in them. Anyhow, I hope you've all enjoyed today's video. If you did, don't forget to hit that like button. If you didn't, thanks for watching anyway. I will see you all in the next video. And as always, goodbye.